In at number 13, we have Innocent Smoothies. It's very top of the pops there, wasn't it?
It was.
So Innocent is a brand that I love for many reasons, and mainly because they shouldn't be as good as they are on Twitter, as they are.
Yeah.
It's mashed up fruit. Like that's what they're selling, but they're so engaging and entertaining on Twitter, and their consistency with their tone of voice, how they engage their audience, they get involved in everyday conversations. At the minute, their Twitter feed's all about the Great British Bake Off.
That's right, I've seen that.
Which I'm actually ashamed to say I've never watched.
Really?
Yeah, no. But I might now. But what I like about their content is that it's just lighthearted and fun. They're not there to sell smoothie.
Crushed up fruit. They could do the 5 a day, this is a very healthy thing, and they don't.
And they don't. And I just think, they're funny at what they do. John Thornton, who used to work for Innocent Smoothies, spoke at Social Media Savvy last year, and he shared like their process, and there's very little in way of sort of sign off. So the social media team are given full creative like license.
Yeah.
And sometimes that doesn't work, and it's okay to say, like, we got that wrong.
Yeah.
And as you said at the start, like, own your mistakes. But they're very good. I think they're very good.
Thanks for reminding me about the mistakes at the
Sorry.
start as well, actually. That's very kind. No, the thing I like about it as well, actually, it speaks to something around that tone of voice. And although there is no little creative control over the social media teams, which allows them to react to things, it's clearly consistent with everything else that they do. Even, the first time that Innocent caught my eye was back in the early 2010s, I suppose, whenever it first launched. It might even have been earlier than that. And it was the language that they used on the bottles, and they still do. I think my daughter told me the other day, who's also on the production team today, that they have a thing when you turn up up on the side of the bottle, it says, "Don't look at my bottom" on it, and it's just, it's. Anybody that knows me will know I'm a fan of childlike humour. So it's all those things. It's just they've just got it right, and they've managed to maintain it.
Yeah, they're consistent throughout their social, their website, their packaging, their branding. So they're just really good at it.
I know, and as we talked before, Ash, the thing that not surprises me, but maybe it's the pessimist in me, wasn't expecting it to survive when Coca-Cola bought them. You thought that'll all just go. They'll get swallowed up into this big monolith, and they'll lose some of the soul of it. But whatever arrangement there is there, from a Coca-Cola perspective, you'd say as well, they've maintained the integrity of the Innocent sort of brand, and it still stands alone. There was a lot of people, because it started out as this disruptor brand, which there are a few examples of this that we'll talk about later on. Ultimately, disruptors end up getting bought by big corporates, and you think, do they lose a little bit of their soul when that happens? But Innocent sort of seemed to have. I'm sure people would criticise the involvement with Coca-Cola on an ethical level in some cases, but from a pure marketing perspective, I think it's a very good example of how that brand has been managed within the larger corporate.